It's peculiar how orphaned we feel when technology lets us down. The car fails at 5:15 on some popular traffic artery. We stand like waifs by the raised bonnet of our vehicle as heedless traffic streams by. If the drivers of other cars give us a thought, it's either buying that flash car didn't do him much good, or if he bought a heap like that, then he had to expect the thing to break down. But then Uncle arrives to rescue us from our shame, our own mechanical ignorance. If the family's with us in the stricken machine, they all stir in hope, indeed in certainty. Deliverance has arrived. There is a kindly question on its lips. What's the problem? Even if a tow truck needs to be called, we know it's necessary because we trust and are solaced by Uncle, the NRMA man. He puts us back into that living stream of traffic. He knows it all, Uncle does, but unlike other specialists, he never rubs the fact in. Unlike, for example, computer repairmen, he never looks at the machine and shakes his head and says, as if the owner of the machine has committed a statutory offence, "Oh dear, dear, dear." If one is a mechanical idiot, and the writer in this case is, the NRMA man never chides or chastises. In the more than 50 years I've been driving, I've seen the repute of professions once considered unassailable diminished. Respect for politicians isn't what it was. Respect for journalists or the medical profession or lawyers is no longer automatic. It is hard to find a sacred cow anymore. But the consistency of approval of gratitude for, of trust in the NRMA man remains what it was in 1961. I mention 1961 because it was then in my first shonky vehicle, a yellow and white striped Vauxhall Victor, that I bought purely for appearance. That mysterious components called manifolds and carburetors or connecting rods or crankshafts died with the insidious frequency of aged aunts. I remember stupidly taking this vehicle through floodwater at Johns River on the Pacific Highway in 1964. There was no wise advice about such things then. Of course, the brakes and everything in the engine got saturated, and I needed rural Uncle to reach me. I had to wait, of course, on that flood-stricken coastline, but he came because Uncle always does. Over years, I have myself learned stuff by observing him. How to replace a fan belt, how to revive a battery or clean spark plugs. All minor stuff perhaps, but pretty good for a bloke whose only gift is to rub words together. A last thought about dear old Uncle. Cars have such complex engines now. Computers are involved. Complex safety devices are installed. In a flush period, I had a beautiful car named a Unos with a Miller cycle engine. Now, I didn't know a Miller cycle from a motorcycle, but the idea used to make car enthusiasts say, wow. The car had a fault, however. If you closed the doors with the keys still in the ignition, it would, after a certain time, lock its doors on you. Well, of course, I ended up waiting for Uncle with my keys locked inside this one. He had to access a formula about as complex as that which proved the Higgs boson particle, and phone calls were involved too. But in the end, somehow, he got it open. So bravo on you, Uncle, and every health to you, because I'm sure I'll be needing you again soon, and so will all those others.